Stay up. This show, well, I did a CD of most of these songs about 11 years ago for a museum that a fellow had, Titanic Museum. And then I did Thank You Very Much, where just leave it in a corner somewhere or when I'm done. Ida and I were sailing homeward across the sea. We hadn't a care, not a penny was spared for our luxury. And the band played on. The music was flowing like wine. And there by my side was Ida, my bride, on the pride of the White Star Line. Karen? Yeah, well, he had a collection of Titanic memorabilia and artifacts. He wanted a soundtrack that the visitors to his museum could listen to as they walked around the exhibit. And so I did a CD of, I think, 9 songs that were performed on board the ship and wrote 3 of my own from various points of view. It's a one of a kind. I can't think of another instance, at least so well known, that all these people in the prime of their life get, an hour and a half or 2 hours warning, and many of them know at that point they're not going to make it. And it's an interesting study. We've got the greatest band that ever sailed the brine. You write down the number, whatever's on your mind. Then step up and pick a tune, it's time, it's time. My state-of-the-art CD player, critical. Maybe it's a little song your grandma used to know. Maybe it's in waltz time. Hey.
Hello. I'm here for the concert. Welcome to Titanic. Have you already written? All right.
Everyone delights to spend their summer's holiday down beside the side of the silvery sea. I'm no exception to the rule. In fact, if I'd my way, I'd reside by the side of the silvery sea. But when you're just the commoner Garden Smith or Jones or Brown at business up in town, you've got to settle down. You save up all the money you can till summer comes around. Then away you go to a spot you know where the cockle shells are found. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. I do like to be beside the sea. I do like to stroll along the prom, where the brass band plays tiddly-pom, pom, pom. So just let me be beside the seaside. I'll be beside myself with glee. And there's lots of girls beside I should like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea. Thank you. And the husband and wife team, they were billed, for one thing, as the happiest couple in show business. And the billing was Nora Bayes, assisted and admired by Jack Norworth. I don't know. Nora was married 5 times and didn't lead... didn't have a very long life. She died quite young, but just before she did, near the end of her career, as her career was slightly fading, she teamed up in a comedy act with a young up-and-coming violinist named Jack Benny. So it's always neat to see careers do that when you're with this person. Okay. So this is another one of those tunes that you'll probably know when it gets to the chorus for sure. I am reminded of it because the night of the 14th of April 1912 was beautiful and clear. There were plenty of stars to be seen, but no moon. And this song is about that. Night was mighty dark, so you could hardly see, for the moon refused to shine. Couple sitting underneath a willow tree, for love they pine. Little maid was kind of afraid of darkness, so she said, I guess I'll go. Boy began to sigh, looked up in the sky, told the moon his little tale of woe. Oh, are you ready? Shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I ain't had no lovin' since January, February, June, or July. Snow time ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. So shine on, harvest moon, for me and my gal. Why the boy should sigh when by his side is the girl he loves so true. All he has to say is, won't you be my bride? For I love you. Now why should I be telling you this secret when by now you must have guessed? Harvest moon will smile, shine on all the while, if the little girl should answer yes. Oh, shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I ain't had no lovin' since January, February, June, or July. Snow time ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. So shine on, harvest moon, for me and my gal.
Nice. Thank you. You're very kind. The return of the banjo uke. Although I was asked at intermission not to play it. This song was written in 1911, and I certainly, before delving into some of these tunes, had no idea this song was written in 1911. I first heard it, I think, in 1964, as sung by Mr. Peter Noon and Herman's Hermits. At least the chorus, which is all he did. But this song has several lovely verses, which I'll try to remember for you. And it was made popular by a fellow named Harry Champion, who was known for his rapid-paced patter songs. You don't know who you're looking at, but take a look at me. I'm a bit of a knob, I am, belong to royalty. I'll tell you how it happened. I married Widow Birch, and I was King of England when I toddled out the church. Outside the people started shouting hip hooray. Said I, get down upon your knees, it's Coronation Day. You know where it's going? Yeah? Oh, good for you. Boy, I had no idea. I'm Henry VIII, I am, Henry VIII, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. I'm a 8th old man, I'm Henry VIII, I am. Lovely. I left the Duke of Cumberland, a pub up in the town. Soon with 1 or 2 mooches I was holding up the crown. I sat upon a bucket, what the Carmen calls his own. Surrounded by me subjects, I was sitting on the throne. Up comes the potman saying, get on home to bed. Said I, now say another word and off will go your head. Oh, I'm Henry VIII, I am, Henry VIII, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam, no Sam. I'm a 8th old man, I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry, Henry VIII, I am, Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, nice. I was first asked to do something musical about Titanic by the Bruce County Museum and Archives. They were having an exhibit that concerned the Titanic. A fellow named Steve Santini had a great number of artifacts and memorabilia, and they wanted a song for the opening of the exhibit. So I delved into Titanic lore and found the story of Isidore and Ida Strauss. Isidore was a co-owner of Macy's department store, so very wealthy. And I think we have Macy's to thank for the great marketing coup of selling things for $2.99. $2.99. It's not $3, it's $2.99. Anyway, so they were very wealthy, and when it became clear that the ship was going down and that the crew was adhering pretty strictly to the women and children first rule, they all went over to the lifeboats and helped their maid into the lifeboat. Ida, Isidore's wife, set her foot on the gunwale of the lifeboat and then stepped back on board and said, you know, we have spent this long together. I think whatever happens, I'd like to spend the rest of my time with you. So that's what this song is about, Pride of the White Star Line. Although it seems forever, only 4 days ago, we slipped from the piers, the flags and the cheers on this grand new boat. Ida and I were sailing homeward across the sea. We hadn't a care,
not a penny was spared for our luxury. And the band played on, and the music was flowing like wine. And there by my side was Ida, my bride, on the pride of the White Star Line. Somewhere the sound of voices promised their faith to keep. We sat reassured in a love strong and pure as the ocean deep. Then came the strange sound of silence, and then there was ice on the deck. Our palace afloat, this unsinkable boat was a wounded wreck. But the band played on, and the music was flowing like wine. And there by my side was Ida, my bride, in the pride of the White Star Line. We found our way to the lifeboats, where women and children were led. Through danger and din, I encouraged her in. She refused and said, we've been so long together. Our lives are one, not two. Wherever you go, I want you to know I will go with you. And the band played on, and the music was flowing like wine. And there by my side was Ida, my bride, on the pride of the White Star Line. All of the lifeboats are gone now, gone with the future we planned. I draw my love near and stifle a tear as she takes my hand. And the band played,
Thank you.